Hello outdoors family, it's your girl Brittany. Now I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I was working this morning and then my husband, sometimes he just get the little bug to get into the tractor and just like to go and look at stuff sometimes. And then sometimes that tractor just tell him, I need to do some work. And what he did not do was grab the camera. But he put in some work today and he actually cleaned back an area that we've been trying to get to. If you see our previous video right here where we were trying to clean the ditch to get the water drained off, we've always had a hard time, getting the water to move and the bushes in this area just because it was so soft. And he made amazing progress on this today. I'm about to show y'all in just a minute. So I'm walking towards this area and I'm going to include, I don't know if maybe a clip or a picture of what this has looked like, because of course he didn't pull out his filming stuff to get to show you what he was doing. But my goodness, this is actually going to give us an opportunity to kind of expand this yard if we able to get this right like we want to. So like move some of these trees out of here and we can fill all this in right here. That is the ultimate plan. So man, I'm so glad he was able to get out here and clean up around here. And y'all can see, let me show you. See where the tractor was going down in some of these areas here. Back it up. See the little trenches? He did not get stuck. So that was a good thing. But he was able to put in some work. My only wish is that we weren't scheduled to get any rain anytime soon, so that this could dry out. We have a lot of natural water that runs through this property. So we don't want it to get back wet and soupy. Oh Lord. Oh, that's a lizard. I'm about to take off running, y'all. Oh, I didn't know there's berries over here. Look. Natural. I haven't seen this since I was in grade school. I ain't talking about high school. I'm talking about elementary. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh man. I haven't seen this in a long time. I'm about to get me one of these berries. Yeah, I'm about to get me one of these berries. This is what we used to do back when we was little kids. I'm going to eat it just like this too and everything. My husband probably shaking his head at me. But you see? It ain't sweet. But man, that's just like reminiscing right there. Yeah, I'm going to go back up at the top of the hill so that y'all can get a better shot of what this is potentially doing for us. All right, y'all, so I'm going to pan y'all from the front of this house, yard area, till we get over to this spot. Now, can't you see the potential for more of this front yard? Now, we'll probably have to build it up a little bit. Well, not necessarily. As long as we can get there where you can just walk over there without sinking down, I think that'll be great. And bonus is we have this water hole that he dug. That's going to be a pond in the future. But we can get through here just by walking right now. So we can probably get some machinery back in here again as well. I'm going to see if I can get over this way without encountering anything or losing my shoe in something. I want to see if I can see this hole, this water hole. It's grown up a lot. just because we haven't had access to a machine. I mean, we building the house right now, so some things have to take a back burner. And this is really like a test hole to see if we could actually get a pond. And I would say the answer will be yes. Able to walk down here, see how it's growed up. Honestly, I can get I don't know, some of this stuff a little thick. I was about to say a weed eater. And get some of this stuff from this area right here. We can probably put some fish in here. It'll take a lot to go down in there. I don't think we get nobody to go down there. There's berries all around here. I tell you the truth. But yeah, I gotta watch my step. But is this not beautiful? This is just pure nature. This down here is the water. It constantly runs because it's coming from under the ground. So, man, that's beautiful. So the ultimate goal was to make this bigger. So dig all this out, you know, get these trees in this because it's on dirt, and push the dirt all the way this way so we can, you know, basically even this up all the way around through here. And then take this dirt right here and push it all the way back there because we got that green space that's back on that side where we talk about where the deer be at. But to push that back all the way that way, just to open this up, man, I've always seen a potential, but him being able to clean that area up so we can actually walk back here, because we were on the side-by-sides and the four-wheelers. This area right here was essentially like our mudding spot for the ATVs. And man, I'm impressed. But honestly, y'all, this is so satisfying to come from where we came from and actually be able to see. Honestly, I thought this was going to take a while to even get to this point, but he was able to get it with the tractor. Let's see. See all this dirt? This is clay though, ain't it?
Yeah, clay and sand mix.
Clay and sand mix. This is what the original dirt that he pushed up when the excavator from when he's digging that hole for that pond. We got berries everywhere. I'm about to get back in my garden thing. This is motivating. All right, y'all. So they actually gone for today. They did tell us that they will be back tomorrow to finish, you know, doing the baseboard. Today they were just cutting in, so they're gonna actually finish painting tomorrow. So I'm excited to see that. I'm actually going to a baptism tomorrow, so I won't be here during the day, probably while they're here. But let me get this turned around so y'all can see. So this is gonna be the before they finish their painting. Just do a little slow pan around. See, this is the great room. And then the foyer. And then into the kitchen. Because these are hot spot areas that people like to see more than anything. So this is the before. And tomorrow we'll be getting the after. What color is this fireplace? It's white. All this time I was thinking, okay, well, not thinking, but trying to give the benefit of the doubt. Well, hey, maybe they just priming it. And so I just asked him, I was like, is that painted white? And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I know it's supposed to be black, right? And then he just shook his head and was like, they didn't tell us. May have to charge them extra. As long as they don't try to pass that on to us, because all of this is in the contract. This is unbelievable. Hey, Outdoors family. It's another day. I've been on the road all day. Just got back from a baptism and they finished painting. So it's later on in the evening and I'm about to go in here and get my first looks at this paint job. Oh man. That look good. Yeah, with this trim, definitely. They're gonna have to. Yep, it gotta be. Oh man, this look good. Good. Not sure how well this is picking up on the camera. Actually, you can see the contrast really good. Yeah, that looks good. So y'all see the case openings. So once I turn around back here, that needs to be cased too. Nod in agreement. Because you see over here, dining room is cased. This opening for that dining room is cased. That opening right there is cased. This needs to be cased. And I think it gives like a good contrast off the paint. It breaks it up. But they did a good job. I know they was told that they only applied one coat to the baseboard, but they're gonna, after they do the flooring, they'll come back and apply more and touch up. But yeah, this is it. Oh man, I'm already picturing the design stuff is flowing. I actually need to call my cousin back because we had her out here yesterday and she had her idea juices flowing. So, man, that's all I gotta say, y'all. I just wanted to come in here to get a good clean look. Let me walk back out this way. And then it's a laundry room, mud room. I'm telling you, you see how that white pop off this wall? I know it ain't no light in here, but this is exactly what we was going for. It's just like a coolness, and that's like a calmness. Nothing too bright, nothing too dark. But yeah, this is it. They really did a good job. I said, of course, there's areas that are gonna have to be touched up, but we'll get there eventually because they had to come back anyways. Because see a little paint on the ceiling or on the trim, just a little bit, but all that's gonna be fixed. But they did a really good job. We just need them to paint the right door, and then we got to discuss this case opening, and then also the fireplace because it's not the right color, and we're going to get that taken care of. I'll be sending messages in the morning. I said it's Sunday. I'm not bothering him. It's not an emergency. But we're going to get these things squared away, and then hopefully these cabinets going to be coming up in here. Y'all feel it? I'm feeling it. Ready to see some furniture in here. Man. But going to be patient. This has been a long journey, even before just this house building process. So what's a little bit more time? We've waited this long, so we're gonna be patient. Good morning, my outdoors family. It's another day, another beautiful day. We got cabinets up in this piece. Today they're actually supposed to install them. Yesterday, they got a phone call and said that they were like a day behind. So they should be here today. Over the next 2-3 days, they should be finishing. So let me show y'all up in here. So here are our cabinets. And see our legs for our island right there. Honestly, the only thing cabinets I can tell you in here is the island. But no. I forgot. This is where the wall oven is going to be in. It's facing the other way, so I can't really get y'all the real good view of what it looks on the other side. We'll see once they install it. And then these cabinets right here, these are the uppers. And like those bad boys are tall, 42 inches. Let's see. And then this is the hood. Man, I cannot wait to see this go up. It's a little dusty in here. And then let me also show y'all this. This is a vanity for bathroom, but I was very impressed with this linen cabinet that we had did. This is one we added after the fact, and we got hit with a change order, but I'm glad we did. It's wider than I thought it was gonna be. soft close. I'm getting excited. They ought to be here in a little bit. I'm about to head back off to work. Let's see. And then the also the electrician, he was out here yesterday. He was pulling wire. So you can see pulling wire, getting ready for all the good stuff. Now, I did want to say when it comes to the issue with the door, the fireplace, and then also there's another issue with the paint, because we upgraded to a duration paint on the kitchen walls and in the mud room because they have a wipeability factor. So we didn't see any of that paint here when they were painting. So, you know, I was getting a little perturbed because it had seemed like every step of the process, something ain't going right. But simple communication, and there was a realization that the painter had already got his paint before he got his purchase order from the builder. So that's where we are with the paint. So they already said they're gonna square it away for us. I'm gonna tell you, when we recorded after they painted, I was not happy because you know, you feel like, what's going on? You know, we paid for this upgraded stuff, the upgraded paint, and I recorded a video. It wasn't nasty, but it wasn't nice. And just watching some other channels like the Womack Way, James Homestead, it's, you know, just really finding that peace and just having patience. I told y'all 100 times, this has been an exercise in patience. And don't make no sense to get mad, because I can honestly say throughout this journey that the builder super, they have been very responsive if we have any issues. They have not tried to gaslight us and be like, So I'm happy about that. So I'm gonna continue to be patient because this is a journey, and it's a lot of moving pieces. If we're being honest, a lot of moving pieces with people that probably don't normally work together. So having to line all this up, making sure that this person has this, you're gonna have some hiccups. So like I said, you know, some of the stuff, all right now. But I think I'm be more willing to be patient and basically just give them an opportunity. That's all you can ask for when they're not causing any issues for you. So that's what I'm working on right now. Not getting myself worked up over the small things. That's a lesson for life right now. Don't get obsessed with the small things. Ultimately, it'll work itself out. All right, outdoors family. Y'all know it's cabinet time. They have been installed. Most of the trim has been put on them as well. We're waiting for the countertops. They actually came and measured today for the countertops, but the cabinets themselves are in, and I'm ready to show y'all. Do y'all hear that? It's like angelic voices. This is the kitchen. All the cabinets for the kitchen. Look at this island. I know when we first looked, it's like, oh, okay, we have a little space in between the great room and the living room for the bar stools. Well, not really forgot, but didn't realize that the island top will come out this far. That's it. This is crazy. So I can't wait to see the actual countertop on this. My husband was saying that before we saw this, that I could probably get 3 stools, bar stools. But now looking at this, I definitely think I can get 4 regular size bar stools in here. So that's perfect. I'm gonna make sure all of them be sitting here eating, either at the dining room table or here, and not in my bedrooms. Anyhow, here is the double wall. I'm having to back up so we can get a good look. But that is the double wall oven cabinet. We got cabinets. We have, you can cabinetry at the top where you can open. And then also at the bottom of it, you can pull that drawer out and you can put pans down in there. And then of course, you know, that's the sink right there. Dishwasher be in that space. And then of course, that's just more cabinetry. Now, one of my favorite things about cabinets is this right here. Open that sucker up and then you catch. Soft close. Said I enjoy my YouTube videos when they're doing the house tours, and you do that right there because you know how them kids be. They like to slam your cabinets. Then got them a little dirty. They'll be able to get that out. And then I'm moving over towards this way where the island is. And as you can see, we have a trash can in here. So that's pretty nifty. So I guess like when I'm cutting up vegetables, it'll make it easier just to dump it right down in there. Plenty of cabinets down here. And then probably, other than the island, probably my favorite part in here are these pots and pan drawers. These are deep. So your girl gotta up her game on her cookware. Because my husband said that because I wanted a double wall oven so bad that he better hear some pots and pans whipping up in here. So that means he gotta get me some more pots and pans on it. Then of course, the hood. It's dusty right now. A lot of stuff in here is dusty. So I can't wait till when it actually gets, you know, like cleaned up so that you get like a really fresh look on stuff. But man, ain't she a beaut? Then of course, this right here is the spot where the refrigerator is gonna go. And I did measure this out, and the refrigerator we got should fit in there perfectly. I gotta check the specs again, but I think we're good. And I'm gonna roll my hips, flip my hips like an athlete. And this is the coffee bar area. Let me see, so that you guys can see. That's gonna be the coffee bar area. So this open space right here is gonna be where the beverage fridge is gonna go. And then of course you're gonna have a top right there, countertop. And above the beverage fridge is gonna be a microwave. So, gotta get me a coffee pot. I'm gonna open these cabinets. I just love that soft close. I'm thinking maybe I need to put some lighting up under here. We'll see. All right, y'all, so now I'm about to walk you to the guest bathroom. And we do have that cabinet put in, the linen closet cabinet. It doesn't have the trim on there yet, but I guess it'll get put on there eventually, just like the trim that's gonna go on the hood. They're not there yet, but they got trim pieces around here because those are gonna have to be painted as well. So let me get y'all around here so you can see. So this is the linen cabinet installed in here, and a vanity. And look, it's still plenty of space for the toilet. These are soft close as well. Got the shelving in there. Close that sucker. Soft. Open this bottom part. My wires right here. And prayerfully that box is on the wire comes out on the side over here. Because a plug inside the linen closet don't do nothing for me. But the electrician has been busy setting up stuff, so we'll see once that process, once he gets started. Now our son, his bathroom, it just has a vanity. Like I said, we're working on the idea as far as like, you know, a spot for him to maybe have his towels and stuff. I'm working on it. Like I said, we have someone that can build one for us, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm about to take you over to the laundry room so you can see the sink and then the upper cabinets that are going to be above the washer and dryer. All right. So this is a 4-foot cabinet for the sink. That's pretty big. And then of course we got our, let me back up, the uppers. So that's gonna be right above our washer and dryer area. Got your shelving. I may end up taking out, let me see. Taking out or shifting, because as you know, if you're putting like, you know, your detergents and stuff, they are taller than what these shelves are. So I may just take like this out and stick it on top of there, or I don't know, that's the lowest level, that's the highest level. We'll see, we'll play around with it when it's time, just so we can make sure that the detergents fit up in there comfortably. But I just love this laundry room. Y'all tell me, y'all think I can, we've been debating. I don't know who's gonna be right. Like, I really, really would like a base cabinet here so that I can be able to push my baskets up under here, up under the counter, as well as having like the top to have a folding area. And we're a little concerned that, you know, once you walk in, you bust a corner, that you may be bumping into it. So there's a light switch right here when you first walk in, and we're thinking about the cabinet should start on this side. But if you're walking in the room, I don't want to have to come make it like a wide turn, but also I don't want to be running my hip into it. So that's going to be the great debate, because I would love to have cabinets on this side specifically for this purpose. And he wants a upright freezer, because so he can put his deer meat and stuff in there. But we shall see. Of course, this is our bathroom, and we just have our vanity in here. And this should be actually plenty of space. All this space is going to be my space, and he deal with what he did right there. But yeah, I think this is plenty of enough room for the both of us. And we got to get up on these mirrors. I think we're going to do one here, one there, and I can probably do some decor in the center versus having that big long mirror across the top, because we're doing like, I think it was a 3 light over each, and I think it'll look better over the single mirrors versus the individual mirrors versus the big long one. So we went to Hobby Lobby, and the mirrors we saw, they were sold out when we went back, but that's our fault. Like I said, just a little gun shy on buying mirrors right now, because we really don't have a space, because we have so much stuff in the storage already, and I would hate for them to break. And like when you go to those stores like Hobby Lobby, you got to go ahead and get that stuff, because it just goes so quick. So I may go this weekend. I think we got a Home Goods close by. May go there and see what they got, but we'll be picking mirrors soon. So honestly, this week has been very busy. We've been having to make phone calls, trying to set up stuff like our power, what's that stuff called? The septic, like just trying to get all that stuff lined up. This upcoming week, what is this thing called? Double wall oven is supposed to be delivered and installed this upcoming week. The electricity, the electric company has to come out. It's going to take them 3 to 5 days to send somebody out just to look. And then they'll make a decision on, you know, once they start running their power. The electrician, he is pretty much ready to get to cracking with hooking up stuff. We were told that our lights should be here early next week. As far as installation, you know, of course, that just depends on the electrician and the power company. So a lot of stuff behind the scenes of trying to set stuff up have been going on. The granite people, they came by today measuring. They actually told us that it's probably gonna get installed next week. I was like, dang, all right, I'm not gonna complain. And then he's hoping to get flooring done at the end of next week, but he did say it's gonna depend on the electrician, you know, what he's able to get done. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I know that things are actually moving. And like I said, just this week it has felt like a constant, okay, line this up, line that up. So this is getting exciting. All right, we're about to get ready to close it out for this week of work. Y'all tell me down in the comments, what is your favorite piece of cabinetry in this house at this time? Just drop it in the comments. Hope to have a good update for you guys next week. This is Brittany with Outdoors with the McCalls. Thank y'all so much for the support. Peace.